Welcome to the Extra Pass podcast presented by Melbourne United. I'm your host, Ben Hopkins, joined as always by my co-host, Adam Ballinger. Balls, how are you?
Good. Now, I know there's a lot of pressure on me here. I know the fans are waiting for a what's up. It's not going to happen. Twice was funny enough. I'm all right. I'm okay. I see my stuff on, watch back on YouTube, and I haven't done my hair. Walking in, in the mirror, I can catch myself some good angles. On this angle with the YouTube, my head looks like it's 3 feet long, so I'm self-conscious, but I'm getting through. I'm trying to have a good podcast.
I think you look great.
Yeah,
I'll just say
thanks.
that. You've come in, you're well manicured, you had time to go home. You went home, had a little nap, just got...
No naps, but I know you're just saying that. But
Well, I need you to be on your best behavior. I need you to be prepared because we got a very special guest today. This weekend coming up, it's the member appreciation game. So we wanted to reach out to a very special member here at Melbourne United. He's one of the biggest United fans. You'll see him on the fan group. You'll see him on game days. And we're lucky enough to have him here in studio. I can see him squirming as I talk him up a bit. Tom Christie, welcome to the podcast and thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. It's awesome to come out.
No, we're super happy to have you here. I guess I just want to get stuck into it right away. You're probably the biggest United fan I know that I see sort of as I'm combing across socials, and I see your passion on the game days. Can you walk me through where that fandom started from?
I don't know. Just like I've always loved basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was like 7, so a long time ago. And then like the NBL, I remember like I was never really into it that much. And then when United came around in 2014, the rebrand and everything, I remember watching on Win one day, and it was just a great game. Stephen Holt was the import, so it was like 2015, I think. And Alex Pledger, I remember, was playing for the Breakers, and it was just a great game. It came down to the buzzer, and Dino was coaching the Breakers at the time, actually. So I do remember that. And then, United won, and I was like, wow, I was just hooked. So then, from then on, I just started watching a little bit more, and then it just grew to I just don't miss games now.
Yeah, how long? So was it sort of just you got hooked, became a member, started getting to games?
So I'm from Maryborough, same town as the great Matthew Dellavedova.
Oh, of course.
So so when I was younger, it was a bit hard to get down for games and that. But I think as soon as I turned 18, so I'd been watching on TV a lot, and then as soon as I turned 18, I started traveling down more and coming to games by myself. And then I volunteered for a little bit as well, and then I was like, I gotta watch the whole game. I gotta watch all the games, because you're just like, handing out ice creams outside. I'm missing the action.
Yeah.
So I got a membership, and now just go to some interstate games every season. Just go to every game. Just love it.
That would have been extra special for you when a couple of years ago when you saw that Delhi signed. Then
oh yeah, it was awesome because it was hometown hero, and then I'm so passionate about this team, and now they're hopefully we can go one better than last time around and win it all this year.
What was it like growing up in Maryborough and sort of having especially as a basketball fan and someone that played basketball and sort of the looming figure of Matthew Dellavedova?
Oh no, it was awesome. Everyone loved him. Everyone knew him. So at our stadium is actually the Dally Dome. So
as it should be.
Yeah, as it should be.
So what's the age? What are we talking age difference here?
Between me and Dally? He's 33, so he's 9 years older than me.
Oh, so okay. So he would have been.
Yeah, so he was. I never got to take him on.
Would he be in the NBA when you were playing?
Yeah.
So
he was in the NBA. Pretty early. So 2013, I think it was.
When you were would that have been your peak? Do you think your personal peak?
Oh man, I'm still at my peak.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Well, did it start by then?
No, yeah. So I've been playing since I was 7, so 2007. So he was St. Mary's a couple of years after that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember the coolest thing we did was on Australia Day. They had this whole thing because the Cavs had an Australia Day game, and there was this massive set up at the in the town centre with a big screen and everything. That was sick. Sponsored by Up and Go, that one was. So
Shout out Up and Go.
Yeah, shout out Up and Go.
I don't know if we can shout out.
Up and Go sponsored it.
Well, no, that's it was Dally's sponsor back in the day.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
still dealing with them now, but
that is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
Being from a small town, having someone in the NBA at that level, and being able to kind of be in the middle of that.
Had all these Up and Go T-shirts with Dellavedova on the back.
That is cool. But the way you've come into the team, that's exactly what the NBL wants. You know what I mean? I just saw it on TV. You were young, you're an impressionable.
Yeah, exactly.
You were playing basketball. You weren't that into it, but then you saw the product on TV, and it stuck. And that's how a league grows. That's the same thing with my son with the NBA. Didn't take much. No. He already likes basketball, sees it on the screen, and that's how it's growing, and that's why we're at the point we're at right now because of the product And all you need to do is see it. All you need to do is invest a little bit, and you're hooked.
It wasn't just you showing him 2000 Michigan State
he's,
highlights.
No, that's why he's not as into the NBL, because he doesn't think it's such a cool thing, because he's used to it. But he'll get there.
I think it's a very cool thing. So
I think the NBL's so much cooler.
That's why we're here. That's why we're all here. Yeah.
Controversial. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get really stuck in on this. But you've been a fan. Can you talk through some of the moments that stick out in your mind as like, wow, I got to see this, or I was so passionate, or this was such a cool moment as you were in the arena?
100%. I think I'll tell you what's actually crazy. I was saying this the other day is last weekend's game down 19 and then to come back and win by like 12. That was one of the craziest turnarounds I've ever seen in any game ever.
Yeah,
like
that was
awesome.
One of the loudest I think I've ever heard. That and Jordan Usher's free throws were two of the loudest moments that I've ever heard John Kane Arena, and it's sort of fitting you bring that up because it was such an awesome comeback. I know you missed a lot of it because you were working too hard.
It would have been nice. You're like with the Volunteers, you're saying you can't watch it. Yeah. No, but I was out there for Usher's free throws, and I was out there for the end of the game, and the atmosphere is incredible.
Are there any moments you touch on a couple of weeks ago, but what are some of the other moments that stick in your mind?
The one that I like, obviously, like probably, I don't want to sound too cringe, but one of the best moments of my life, I reckon, was when you guys remember it was game 3 of the 2021 finals. Jock Landale hit like that fadeaway on the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one. So like, it went off. There was only 5,000 there, but it felt like it was full.
Yeah.
Because obviously the COVID restrictions, but that was like my favorite Melbourne United moment by far.
Yeah.
That is like the top of it.
Yeah, and that was a special team. Like you've obviously seen some super talented teams, championship teams as you've followed this. We look at this team that we've got now, obviously top of the ladder as we're in the FIBA break. But give me your thoughts on this team in the season so far.
I think it could be the best United team yet.
That's
a good
big
opinion.
call.
That's a good opinion.
It's a big call. It is a big call, but like, let's be honest, we're stacked.
Yeah, I don't think it's too crazy to say that.
Yeah,
every position.
Yeah, was it something that as a fan, I don't think there are few people outside of this office that would watch the roster construction more closely than you as we get through the off season. But was it sort of going through and you were like, oh, another great piece and another great piece?
I remember when we signed KB, I was like, look at that depth at the 4, like because like we've like over the last few years it's been a bit of a struggle. We had like I remember last year when we had Ice as the only 5-man for a while there, and like DB and Mace, and that were like playing the 5 for a bit, and our bigs were sort of undersized, and now we've got like
injury trouble really hurt.
Injury trouble really hurt, yeah, exactly. And now we've got like, sure, there's still injuries, but we've got depth.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you got like LT who can literally play 1 through 5, like small ball 5, but still, it's incredible the depth the team has.
Yeah, is it for yourself and for someone who's so passionate about the team? You just touched on LT. What's it like seeing a guy that you've probably really you might have respected their game, but it's just like, oh man, I hate it when he's coming into town, but now he comes in and you're cheering hard and he's doing great things in the blue.
Yeah, it's crazy actually, because like I'll always be talking to like my mates and stuff and being like, as soon as they're with us,
Yeah,
they're part of the team. It's like I remember when Brad Newley, after we had that rivalry, we still have a rivalry with Sydney, he came in, we're like, what's he going to be like? And now he's like one of my favorite players. Like I just bought his jersey last week. Like he's a gun.
Yeah, as you should, because he's still cooking people out here at training.
He is. And I remember even like, because I went to the Sabre Dome during the off season to watch him and Campbell Blogg face off, and he was just cooking everyone.
That's a marquee matchup right there.
It is, for the NBL 1, like it's great.
Yeah, no, it's been so exciting. Who are some of the guys that, you talk about KB and, perhaps some people when he was signed, they might have not been as familiar, but who are some of the guys that have maybe come in and performed this year that have surprised you?
Oh, well, Flynn Cameron. Obviously I didn't know much about Flynn Cameron, and now I see he just signed in the NZNBL as well last night, so I'm going to tune into all of his games there too.
Yeah.
Because, and also Rob Lowe, I know he's an injury replacement, but he was great. Obviously everyone's familiar with him, but didn't know after someone semi-retires how much he had left to give still. And, obviously as an injury replacement, you wouldn't want to see him back again, but we wouldn't mind seeing him back again. If it came to it.
Yeah, I mean, we had Rob on and we've talked about him sort of ad nauseum, just being
the office on down to the team. Everybody would love to have him back. You're just trying to figure out how to get him back.
And I think it's one of those things that everyone everyone wants to see this team succeed, but you want to see it succeed for everyone who's helped it get to that point. So having these moments like the member appreciation game, supporting the members, but also, wanting to see the success for guys like Rob who have paved the way, guys like Joel Foxwell who are, a training player who's here that's not getting paid, that's, been coming here whenever he's not in high school. He's here instead of being on school, he's, putting in the work, doing stuff like that. I think that's something that really drives success from the group upwards and even into the fans.
Yeah, 100%. I remember watching Foxy against Cal Baptist, went out to Diamond Valley, and he's going to be a good player. He's going to be great.
So you're a real aficionado then. You're going all over, you kind of always got your finger on the pulse. So do you like plan out like the games, like even in NBL1 games, are you planning out like this will be a great game?
Yeah. Like, so pretty much for the NBL1, I don't follow a team. I just follow our guys and just like go around whoever's closest and just like go and watch them. He said off mic he want to start his own podcast, and I think he's got the research for it and the know-how. We might not want to let him leave the building. You said too much. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here's Joel Foxwell.
No, but I think just from hearing you talk already, like you can tell now you're not just a fan, but you know the game, and you're invested way beyond just the team of even what these guys are doing on their other teams. And
exactly.
It's cool to hear.
Well, I guess, Balls, what does it mean as someone who was a pro and played in this team for such a long time to know that there's such passionate fans out here who really, they ride and die for this team, and even going to the NBL1 and looking at NZNBL games, there are people who are just so passionate and really wear it on their sleeves.
Yeah. As a player, and as a team and the coaches, you're always just really trying to focus on yourselves and not let the outside noise in. Because it's good because you can talk about how much the fans love this, how we're doing great. And then Tom would never do this, but once things start going bad, then if you let the good energy in from the fans, you got to also talk about the bad energy, and it can be a distraction. But when you do stop to think about it and you do take a moment and look into the crowd, it's special. Like you just sold out arena, and, they weren't specifically coming to see me, but, I was playing in games, maybe like 5,000 were there to see me. But, you're playing in games where it's sold out arenas, and they're like, they're here to see us play basketball. They're here to see us play a kid's game, put a ball through a hoop. And it is. I mean, it's not why you do it, but it's a good feeling. But, like a guy like Tom going out to all these other games, he's just a hoop head.
Yeah, who were some of the NBL1 guys as you were watching them come in? You mentioned Campbell Blogg, and I think Campbell. he's really surprised some people coming in as a DP and, playing good minutes. Who were some of the guys that you were like, oh man, he's doing great things and no one knows about him, and we've potentially got him locked up? Or
I'll see Tom Coppins is one of those guys as well. I was watching in Sandy as well, and he looked pretty good. I watched some of the NBL1 Central because I wanted to keep up with Malith Machar, and he's averaging like 16 and 10 over there, and he's a dunking machine. Like, I can't wait to see him grow and get more minutes as well.
Yeah, I guess it's so exciting we already touched on the depth and just have such a deep squad from, the top, where you've got your CGs, your Joes, your Dellies, your ICs. We haven't even talked about IC as someone who has come in as sort of the last piece of this stacked group, and we've only got to see him for 6 games, but there's just so much talent on this team, and I think that's going to bode well as the season drags on, even when you have these sort of injuries. Yeah,
like we got DPs that can contribute straight away when called on, like Campbell last week against Sydney.
7 early points.
That was great. And he cooked the former MVP of the league with one of those buckets. We'll just put that out there. That was great.
It was nice to see.
Yeah.
He's a confident guy, and I think the week before he got in and had a couple of looks, and I think he missed his first 3-point look and was a little bit hesitant, like, oh, we got so much talent, we've got to swing the ball. But then the next week he comes in, first look, hits that 3. What's that like as a pro, and especially a young pro, when like ball swings to you and you could probably make an extra pass, but it's like, I've got a good shot. This is what I've done my whole life. I've got to take it.
It's kind of what you almost have to do, because he's only going to get a certain amount of minutes, and he knows that. But when you go in, if you're just always making the extra pass, it's great, but you've got to take some risks, like he's in there for a couple minutes and like you try to make a difference, try and be a difference maker other than just, it's like, it kind of didn't matter if you're in there or not. You're not making mistakes, but you're also not making any impressions. So it's not easy to do, especially sitting on the bench, but it's something that, I think you want, because you want to have guys coming off the bench that can make a difference. And if he's out there for 2 minutes and gets up a couple shots, then he's making a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, is that? I mean, you're a baller yourself, Tom. When the ball gets swing to you and you got an open shot, are you taking it or pulling the three, driving? What's your game?
I'll be honest. I'll probably just pull the three, even though I probably should drive. But yeah, I'll probably pull the three anyway.
Well, look, I want to find out a bit more about you because we've heard a lot about your knowledge of the club and your fandom of the club, but I want to find out a bit more about you. Balls wants to find out a bit more about you, and we're going to get to that after the break with the return of Fast Five with Balls.
Want to stay up to date with everything happening at Melbourne United? Download the Melbourne United app today. Filled with videos, audio and articles about your favourite team, it's the one-stop shop for everything Melbourne United. Download the Melbourne United app via the App Store on iOS or the Google Play Store on Android.
And we're back on the Extra Pass podcast, and it's time for Fast Five with Balls.
Ready?
This is Fast Five with Balls.
Been waiting for this the whole time. Now we're on to the fun stuff. Yeah, they're hard hitting, so I hope you're ready.
Finally. Okay. Tommy Boy. Anyone call you Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Some people do.
Have you seen the movie?
No. I've got a few recommendations today.
You drew Tommy Boy, didn't you? Not long ago?
Yeah, I drew him a while ago, but incredible movie. It's I could go into it, but I'm just always like I'm twice as old as everyone here. Like, how would you not see Tommy Boy? But I guess, how old are you?
24 on Wednesday.
Very young.
Yeah.
Benny,
Exciting.
how old are you?
I'm 26.
We've already said this. 24 and 26. That's why we can't connect. That's why,
I think we've connected
we don't
well.
have anything in common.
I think we've
Anyways,
connected.
all right. Have a look at Tommy Boy. Great CD soundtrack too. Tommy Boy, great movie. Anyways, okay. So you play. You're a player. We don't know your game. We've never seen you play.
Likes to pull a three.
You may want to not even answer this question because you just stay with your own game. But if you could play like any player, Melbourne, past or present, that's played for United, who would that be?
It's a tough one. There's
Like
an
any
obvious
game.
answer.
It's
though.
not a height thing either. So, like you can play like so. I guess if you chose Alex Pledger, who is 7'1", you'd. I don't know. Does that mean you grow to 7'1"?
It's your
Or
question.
does it mean
Yeah,
you're
no. I'm just
really
trying
good
to
at
think of the rules.
Doing like hook shots.
Okay, no, you won't. You're same person. You're the same person, but you can choose anyone's game. But you don't grow to their height
Oh, then
or look like them, or like
So it's sort of like it's a like Mike scenario. You put on the shoes.
yeah,
and you
like
get the
okay,
skills.
cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
well, CJ
CG.
43.
That's an easy one. All right.
Imagine being able to shoot like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I went
That's
to an open
easy
training once, and I saw him knock down 39 corner threes in a row.
one in a row. Yeah,
I can't knock down 3 corner threes in a row.
He's an incredible shooter. Okay, now that's too easy. Okay, so that's your current player. What about non-CG pass player?
Mello Trimble.
Hello.
He just cooked everyone.
Yeah.
ISO machine
Yeah.
or XRM. He was,
Another ISO,
Yeah.
another strong ISO guy.
I like ISO.
Yeah. So yeah, you're a guard. You want
Yeah,
ISO
no,
player.
so does
Yeah,
Balls.
nice. No, I'd want to be trying to think. No,
You probably just
put myself on the spot like
you
that.
probably just pick Barlow.
Yeah.
Basically, keep the same game.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah, his career. I want to play till I'm 42. Okay, good answer. Good answers. All right. Okay, if it's a 3-on-3 tourney, so you're on the team.
Yep.
You're going overseas. It's the World Cup. No, it's in the Olympics now, isn't it?
It's in the Olympics, yeah.
All right, you're going to the Olympics.
Ooh.
It's a 4-man team.
Okay.
You get to pick 3 Melbourne United players, past or present. Who are you going with?
Like you say, it's the Olympics, so I can only have local.
No,
Okay.
not in this Olympics.
No, let's say it's a world championship, but it's a club championship. So
Club
Yeah.
so it's all the
championship.
clubs around the world.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. So I'm taking Delhi as my, general, obviously.
Mary Burrow boys stick together. He's got that
Exactly.
tattooed on his back, I think.
Where is it? There we go. There's
Oh, he's already got. Oh, that you shouldn't have done that. We'll wait till
No,
later.
no.
He just showed me a Melbourne United tattoo. That kills my next question.
That's all right.
Okay.
So I'm taking Delhi, obviously. So you want a big, and now people be like Jock Landale, but now you're like, but JLA as well. It's really either or now.
Mm.
I'm going to take Joe. So I'm going to take Joe as my big. I'll take Delhi, and then we'll take. Oh, you got to take CG.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you got to have that.
It's a
You can
hint.
spread that cord no
Yeah,
matter what.
exactly.
How many people are playing with?
And then I'll just sit on the bench, so we're good.
No, you have to play. That's part of
Okay,
it.
well
too,
then
yeah.
I'll, jack threes.
We've had this conversation in the office, being like, if there was a big 3-on-3 tournament in the NBL, I reckon we'd win, and I don't think it'd be close.
It wouldn't be close.
3-on-3.
Yeah.
Well, we're winning 5-on-5, so why wouldn't we win 3-on-3 games too?
Yeah, I get.
CG, Travers, Joe, it's over.
Yeah, LT would be. I mean, he's good anywhere, but yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, okay. So during that, we asked about a tattoo. Told you about a tattoo, and then he lifted up his left pant leg.
Yeah, yep.
Showed me a big Melbourne United tattoo. So if you were going to get a Melbourne United tattoo, where would it be and how big?
So a bit on my left leg, and it would be about, I don't know, what's that?
Get the measuring
45
tape.
inches? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll
That-
add to it
that's
after this year,
commitment.
hopefully.
that's commitment. And it's simple too. You just went with a straight up logo, black. Yeah, I like simple tattoos too. But I wonder how now it brings. I wonder how many people out there have United tattoos. That's the third one I've ever seen.
You didn't want to go like just get the Luke Travers barbed wire, or
Oh, no. I'm thinking, we'll just get like a massive like Golding 43 on the back after the championship, hopefully.
Yeah, I wonder how many Melbourne United tattoos are out there. How many?
There'll be a few. I know a couple guys.
email
So
in
you know 2 more.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 5. That's a
5.
lot.
How many do you know?
I
that
know
have-
of 3, counting Tom, and he
So-
knows of 2 more.
Maybe I know
But
the
we're
same
not the
two
same people. It's not the same people.
Should start a team.
Yeah. All right. So you're there. You're always at the games. You know what's going on. So this is off court. So you can't. No basketball changes. Well, it doesn't have to be a change. Like so, you have no budget. Money is not an option. What would you add to the game, to the experience? This is a big question. This is not an easy one. I would not.
This is just one for the front office to write down.
Yeah, yeah. This is a front
Yeah,
office
just
type
chuck
thing.
this in here, just trying to.
And it doesn't
sneaky.
matter.
Yeah.
Like you could put, the Las Vegas Sphere. You could, that.
Big sphere in Vegas.
You don't know the Las
Yeah,
Vegas
no,
Sphere.
I'm familiar with it. It's
Yeah.
the sponsor of the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
you go.
You know the sphere's going bankrupt.
Yeah, I
Oh, is
know,
it?
but I feel like everything like that goes bankrupt at the start and then eventually
Money
makes
hole.
money.
Well, that's what it was supposed to be. We don't need to talk about the sphere on the podcast.
Well, we
but
do if that's what the change
I don't
you
want
want
to add
tonight.
this.
He doesn't want the
to
sphere.
Grand
Not the
Slam
sphere.
oval.
Okay. All right. Well, come on. Time's ticking away.
Relax.
What do I want to add? What do I want to add? Yeah, let's just add flares for fun. Like the European game. We'll
Like,
do that.
Oh,
yeah, like in the crowd.
Yeah.
How do they do that? Because it's
just-
closed off,
They
right?
just bring them in.
Yeah,
Yeah, but where's the smoke go? Like, what happens to the?
Vents?
It's just well ventilated.
Yeah, I guess.
evaporates through the vents and whatnot. I guess.
Man, that seems dangerous, but yeah, it does add to the atmosphere.
It's awesome. Like
That looks
I've
wild.
never been to any I've never been to Europe, but that'd be cool.
Yeah,
You go
that
over there
does
and
look,
check that out.
look wild.
To be
Okay.
fair, I think that one thing that Melbourne United does very well is our game
Oh,
day
absolutely.
experience.
No.
Yeah,
Don't try and
best
get
in
me in
league.
trouble here, Ben.
I'm not trying to get you
I
in
know
trouble.
that we put on the best show.
But I know one thing that we would be for the away throwdowns. We do want the flag. The big flag that Mr. Baller has.
Oh yes, I'm sure we could maybe get that organ. Actually, I don't know. I don't
You
know
mean
what
get
this-
it at their home game.
Yeah, so someone
I
in the
mean,
crowd.
we went to their home game a few weeks ago and just made it our own. Pretty much, it was good.
Yeah. Because
That
we
was
won
nice.
too. That's how you make it your own.
Easy dubs.
Easy dub.
So you had no budget. Money was not an option, and you just chose flares.
For flares to be allowed. He's a simple man.
Yeah, no
He
kidding.
likes to enjoy
I
the
guess
game.
Yeah,
You could
He
have
enjoys pure basketball.
you could have chosen the sphere.
I don't want the sphere.
That costs like $1 billion.
Yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Just to keep balls happy, we're going to chuck the sphere outside of JCA.
Put some flares on the outside of the sphere.
Flares
All right.
and sphere, done.
Okay, now number 5. We all know what number 5 is. And I already know the answer to this one too, because I met Tom before the last game. He told me about his first CD, and then I told Ben, I was like, we got fans out there. They're telling me their first CD. Now he's in here, but the people need to know. So Tom, what was your first CD that you purchased with your own money?
My first CD that I purchased with my own money was a Metro Station CD.
Metro Station CD.
Yeah.
What type of music? Is that like dance music?
It's
No.
like pop music.
Yeah, they were a
Shake
band.
It?
Yeah, that was the album. Was a single.
Oh yeah, Shake,
Yeah.
Shake.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, and that was what year?
Yeah,
2000.
2009 maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was
You
like
were
peak,
how old?
peak mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, I remember listening to it on like the like the
CD player.
No, like the CD player.
Boombox?
No, like the one with the headphone jack in it, like the Walkman.
Yeah, the walk. Yeah,
Yeah.
portable CD player. Yeah, with the no skip technology, 10-second skip technology. Okay, but what year was that?
Yeah,
We already said
2000,
that. We
yeah.
already said that. So how old were you? That's what I want to know.
9 or 10, probably.
Oh, so you're 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And then did that last? Like, did you have a period of time there where you're buying CDs? Or was
yeah,
that-
yeah. We had a few. The good stuff. Guy Sebastian, Frank Sinatra. Actually, I do have like Michael Bublé's like first 7 or 8 albums on CD. I
First, I didn't know he had that many.
reckon. What do you mean? He's got heaps.
Does he have?
He's a crooner.
Yeah, no, he is.
People love
I mean,
the-
I like boobs, but Michael Bublé, I like him. I don't have any of his CDs though.
You tell me that you don't have the Christmas album?
I don't have the Christmas
Everyone's
album.
got the Christmas.
Yeah, the Christmas is a classic.
Yeah.
We actually might have it on iTunes, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
Physical.
Physical
The real
Physical
stuff.
media.
the real things. You can hold it in your hands, put it in, relax. And
Balls
enjoy
loves
it.
physical media.
Oh,
We
yeah.
know this.
Absolutely, it's different. It's a different experience. I want to talk more about CDs, but we probably need to.
We're going all right. If you have like another CD related, because you already knew the answer to that one. If you have one more, I'll let you ask one more CD related question.
If you could make any changes to CDs,
Oh, the sphere. I need a spherical. I need a
No,
spherical.
if you could
CD.
go to any concert right now
Yep.
and get your CD signed, so you already have it in your hand,
Yeah.
what concert would that be?
I'd need to purchase a Jack Harlow CD probably.
Jack Harlow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any of his CDs. Because I don't even.
Yeah, see, well, he's your favorite artist, and you
Yeah,
don't own
probably,
a single
yeah.
CD.
Do you not have a CD player in your car anymore?
No, no, I don't. No, Bluetooth. Everything's Bluetooth.
Must be nice.
Must
Oh,
be
I like
nice.
all I got's a CD player.
Yeah, same. It's a sad age.
Tape
No, it's
deck.
not. Yeah, but I don't have any. I like Jack Harlow, but I don't have any CDs. Have you seen White Man Can't Jump, the second one?
I did.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, my kids liked it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No.
It's not bad. It's different. It's not. It's
on
not.
Disney
It doesn't
Plus.
follow the same.
Yeah, I mean, the first one is so
yeah,
good.
it's so good. Yeah, I know. But as far as like, again, it's just a streaming movie you put on and fall asleep to.
Balls, I want to know what CD you would get signed.
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys.
That would be one of them. Just off the top of my head, that was first, but couldn't get them signed by all three. Can I go back in time? What are the rules to this one?
Oh, if we can go back in time, I'm going Elvis then.
Okay. Well, that's a great answer.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Big Elvis guy.
Yeah, massive Elvis guy.
Have you seen the Elvis movie?
Yeah. I love the Elvis movie.
Yeah, I liked it too. Some people didn't like it. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
It's on Netflix. You can watch
You think the podcast doesn't pay enough for me to have Disney Plus and Netflix? I have to pick one.
Tell me about it. That's it. I'm done. Thanks, Tom. That was awesome. That was good. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Great.
that was fun.
Strong Fast Five.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Well, Tom, thanks so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. One thing I want to get from you quickly, we touched on it earlier, the member appreciation game coming up. We've got a lot of fans. We've got nearly record number of members, but what would your message be to anyone that's listening or anyone out there that maybe comes to a Melbourne United game or isn't sure but hasn't signed up for a membership yet? What's your message to them?
Oh, it's like the best decision you can make entertainment wise. You know, this is box office this year. Like we've had so many sellouts already and people are missing out on tickets, you know, because every game's selling out. You got to get a membership.
I mean, it's awesome. It is so cool just to be like sold out.
Like most of the games are sold out. I think we're averaging like over like
Yeah, nearly 10,000 a game. Yeah,
almost 10,000. Yeah, it's nuts. I like going on the Oz stadiums and just checking all the crowds. It's great. But yeah, no, you got to get a membership. You got to be there, you know, because hopefully we can add number 3 this year, and you want to be there for that.
Yeah, knock on wood. Well, Tom, we appreciate you a lot at this club. Oh my God, relax. No, we appreciate your support, the constant support. You know, even I saw it last year. A lot of us saw it last year when things weren't going our way. You were always positive. You were always, someone in there being a level head saying we've got to stay the course, and you can see that this year. We want to give a little gesture of our appreciation for the support that you give us constantly. I've got a little present for you. It's just hidden behind here.
CD. It's a CD.
Imagine that.
You're gonna wish your car had a CD player.
It's
After
a
this.
sphere.
It's a mini sphere. It's a snow globe.
Signed, Chris Golding,
Oh, how good is that?
Jordan.
Thank you very much.
Some might say that's better than a CD.
I'd say that's better than a CD.
No, well, we appreciate the support you give us constantly. We wanted to show a gesture of our appreciation. So thanks so much for coming in. It's been
Thank
great
you.
chatting with you, hearing about your fandom, where it came from, hearing about your taste in CDs and movies. I think everyone's coming away from this with a few recommendations, whether they be movies or CDs. But thanks so much, and can't wait to see you the next game day.
Thank you. Can't wait.
Thanks, Tommy boy.